Success is simply a matter of luck. Ask any failure, Earl Wilson. My friend, success comes a day at a time. 10 to 15 minutes, that's all we ask. Start tracking these charts, pick out your favorite stocks or ETFs, or just follow the ones that we follow. Whether you're interested in commodities, whether you're interested in bonds, stocks, or even cryptocurrency, we cover all of those for you. Big ETFs that allow you to see movement, understand what we do, why we do it, and start learning this craft. Now let's jump into things. You can't speed up this process. It's like farming, not cramming for an exam. You have to plant the seed, water it daily, and before you know it, if you stick with it, you will reap a crop of success. The S&P, the Nasdaq 100, 20-year bonds down, gold up, yay, finally. Gold is up along with Bitcoin. Let's jump into these charts. As we look at the S&P, we can see it's continuing to move down. Price percent oscillator spiking over, derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum. On that weekly chart, it has been beautiful since that 2-day recross. Has it not? It absolutely has. Congratulations on all of you who've been shorting the S&P. Look at the 2-day. 2-day is still not quite to the low it was on Tuesday the 21st, that candle representing Monday the 20th, Tuesday the 21st, but it is heading down. Price percent oscillator spiking down, derivative oscillator heading down on that 2-day chart. And I do believe, yes, this is the first day of the latest 2-day candle. That will finish drawing on Friday. Look at the half day. Down in the morning, further down in the afternoon, just continuing to move on down. Price percent oscillator and derivative oscillator. Let's go to the Qs. What do we see going on the Nasdaq 100? We see it spiking over, heading down. Now we had that weekly vertical crossover recently, and these going in now to almost 2 weeks. Continuing to look good. Derivative oscillator gaining lots of downward momentum. Look at the 2-day reaching a lower low, continuing to move down. Price percent oscillator, derivative oscillator moving in the right direction. Half day, you can again see where we had that big down move on Tuesday. Wednesday slowed up a little bit, and Thursday moving on down. Again, not down today like the S&P, which was down 1.22%, down 0.37, but again, still moving in the right direction. Okay, that is where we are on stocks. Let's look at bonds. Bonds down a very, very little bit. Pretty much flat for the day, but 0.01% down. Most importantly, check out the weekly vertical crossover that's in the making. Are you paying attention there? Have you put that in your show notes or in your daily market worksheet to be watching tomorrow for potentially shorting with something like TBF, which is the single short of TLT, or maybe if you've taken our training on Options Made Simple the Charting Wealth Way, if you are a Patreon supporter, one of the great benefits you get there for free. One of the others is the 20 weekly vertical crossovers every week. That'll be going out tonight to all the Patreon members as we faithfully do each week. And next week, we have our live question and answer call-in session next Wednesday. Again, if you're interested in Patreon membership, you got to just go ahead and jump in now so you can participate. But we see a big red down candle forming for the week along with the price percent oscillator heating up, going down 2-day. First day of this latest 2-day candle, really the bottom, it bounded down to about where it was in the day before. And again, like we said, it was pretty much flat, just barely down 0.01%. That's what you can see on the intraday chart where things sort of bottomed out. Well, we can see we had a lower low in the morning and then sort of pulled back up in the afternoon. Derivative oscillator still negative on that smallest of our 3 charts, the 195-minute, or as we refer to it, half-day chart. Price percent oscillator flattening, but still negative on both of those. That's where bonds are. So pay close attention. You might have an opportunity to short bonds in the coming week in your practice trades. Remember, not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice with us. And remember, practicing is free. Paper trading is free. If you use TC2000, which is the paid version of freestockcharts.com, which trading platform we use, when you sign up for TC2000, we have a coupon there that you can use. It's in your show notes. It's a link. It'll get you $25 off. But you also have paper trading, which is right there on the platform. So you can track your trades and see how well you're actually doing. Let's go on to gold. Boom, gold up, rebounding 1.80%. That sounds like a Bitcoin move, doesn't it? Well, means that's great for the day, but we're still seeing a down week at hand. It is pairing off some of the down movement on the price percent oscillator, derivative oscillator, still gaining downward momentum. What do we see on the 2-day? Well, we see it starting off with a green spinning top, lots of up movement, lots of down movement. Price percent oscillator a little more than flat, still negative, of course. Derivative oscillator negative, losing momentum. We see that the half day crossed over going up in the morning. That's where you had the highest move. And then moving on in the afternoon, not reaching the high of the morning, but continuing to move up. Derivative oscillator going green in the morning, getting bigger in the afternoon. Price percent oscillator crossing over, heading up also on that smallest of all our charts, the half day chart. But it's good to see. I hope gold will keep doing it. I'm ready to see that 2-day crossover going up, quickly followed by, or maybe at the same time, by the weekly. It'd just be beautiful. Okay, that is where we are. Go to our last chart. What is it? It is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin rebounding a little bit for the day, 2.18%. Doesn't obviate the fact that we have 3 weeks of strong down movement, but we might not have a weekly vertical crossover. By the end of the week, we'll take a look. Keep watching that to just see what occurs. It isn't happening yet. What's happening with the 2-day? A solid green. That means a slowdown in the down movement. It's not an open box up move, but it is a slowdown in the down movement that we have seen over the last many days. Price percent oscillator still going down. Derivative oscillator losing a little bit downward momentum. This is just the first day of that latest 2-day candle, as we said earlier. What do we see on the half day? Well, it crossed over going up in the morning and further up in the afternoon. And again, we take that with a grain of salt with Bitcoin, the way it draws. But we do see up movement intraday. And again, we will keep our eye on things. Pay particular attention, again, to what happens on the weekly. Is it going to cross over going down? A big down day on Friday, that could happen. And then, of course, watch the 2-day. If that 2-day continues to lose downward momentum, at some point, if the weekly doesn't go negative on us, maybe you have a 2-day recross and you can jump back in. So keep that in mind. My friends, thanks so much for being with us. You don't have our book and want to support us, buy it. Patreon, there's a few Patreon slots available, I think. Maybe a couple in the $30 category, maybe one in the $100 category. Again, we keep that tight. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.